Good morning YouTube, Lofty's here. Well, this is the one I've been waiting for ever since I was at the show up at Birmingham. It is the 2023 Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. I think this one's going to be special. If you're interested, stick around, I'll see you in a minute. Okay YouTube, here we are. Super Meteor. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Right. Forward controls. Quite comfortable. Here we go. I've got to say, I've just taken the Rebel out. The 1100 Rebel. It's a lovely bike, but this is so much more comfortable. If you're a big lad, this will fit you. The Super Meteor. Royal Enfield have come a long way. Their bikes have improved so much. This is one I've really been anticipating, looking forward to. Second gear pull away, nice and easy. Indicators are high. I can get my big boots underneath the pedals, and the shifter's easy enough. First impressions is quite comfortable, even for a big lad. Right, let's take it around the island. Drops in nice. Bit of a scrape of the peg there. I think the Rebel held a bit better line, but not really a lot. Up the hill into the National. Quite refined. I'll say one thing about Royal Enfield, they've come on a long way. Anyway, let's turn it round and give you the look-see. Good morning YouTube, Lofty Bike here. So we've finally got one in the flesh. Super Meteor. This is the standard model, the road model, 650cc. What do you think? I remember seeing this at Birmingham at the National Exhibition Centre thinking, that looks the dogs. That does look absolutely superb. In fact, the sun's coming out now, so let's have a sit on it. There you go. How about that? Nice small seat. Hard, firm, but comfy. Forward foot pegs. Now, as you know, I'm 6'5", 17.5 stone. There's loads of room there. Loads of room. I'm impressed. Big pedals. Does look the part, doesn't it? Really does look the part. Anyway, let's get the camera off. Give you the close-up of what we got. Okay, there we go. Pretty good, isn't it? Bit of a walk round. Certainly looks the part, doesn't it? I do like the engine. That engine there from this side reminds me of an old A65 BSA engine. Looks great. I do like this. I've been waiting to ride this. Let's have a look close up. Right, so there we go. Ignore me cameras. So we start this side. Mickey Mouse ears, of course. Beautiful. Very nice, very finished, very sculptured front brake lever. We've got the start and stop, kill switch all in one, and we've got the hazard warning on there. Pretty good. Coming across. Let's put the ignition on for you. Centre ignition. Nice sweep. We've got an analogue looking display. We've got a little fuel gauge around the outside of the LCD, a gear indicator, number of miles whatsoever, and over on this side here we've got a clock. There's a button here that alters trip A, trip B, whatever, Odo. Fairly simple, fairly straightforward. I'm not sure whether you can fit the tripper in this bit here. This model is not equipped with a tripper, but that does look the same unit that was on the Himalayan. So coming across, here we go, adjustable again. We got pass, high and low. There's your button for the Odos, indicators, not bad at all, to be fair. Horn, fairly good horn. That's springing to life. That tick over, very quiet. It's got quite a low earthy burble. Let's give you a look-see at the sound. So here we go. We've got twin pipes, one on each side. Not too loud, is it? It's obviously strangled a bit because it's an air-cooled engine. They've got to get it through the emissions. So I'll get some stats and we'll have a look. Right, here we go. The brand new for 2023 Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. It's a 648cc parallel air oil cooled engine with 4 valves per cylinder. We're chucking out 46 brake horsepower at 7,000 odd revs, 38.5 foot-pounds at 5,500 revs. We've got a 6-speed box chain drive. All in all, that's pretty good, isn't it? Fairly low seat height of 740, but as I say, because of the forward pegs and the pullback bars, even me, I can ride it. It's big enough for me. We've got 15.7 litres of fuel and a curb weight of 241 kilos. Now, being as it's low, it doesn't feel that heavy, but 241 kilos, one hell of an heavy bike. It's got a steel tubular frame and it's made in Scotland from girders. No, I'm only joking. It's rock solid though, isn't it? Twin shock rear, very nice, little grab handle above the shock. Reasonable mudguard on the front. We've got a single disc. We're running 320mm single disc with 2-pot bri brake calipers. This is the first Enfield to have upside down forks. They are 43mm. So let's come round the back. Single 300mm disc on the back, also with a twin pop bri brake caliper. So the stopping power shouldn't be too bad, should it? We'll come round, give you a look, see. I've got to say the finish on these new Enfields is absolutely exemplary. It is fantastic. Cop a look at that badge. There we go, look at that for a badge. Proper badge, steel badge stuck on. Cracking, isn't it? Anyway, let's go and give it a ride. Just before we go, I'll just tell you, these are available from about £6,800. They go up to 7,003 depending on paintwork and extras. As I say, they do a tour version with a bit of a screen and a backrest on and everything. Fantastic, isn't it? Let's give it a ride. Okay, YouTube, welcome back. I keep going to put my feet on the centre-mounted pegs. It's ever so strange, I keep forgetting. It's a cruiser, it's got forwards on it. There's no cruise control or nothing like that on this. This is proper back to basics biking, which is what I like really. As you know, when I took out the little Meteor, I loved that bike, everything about it, but it just could have done with just a little bit more poke. Now, if you've recently passed your test and you've moved up to a Meteor 350 and you've learnt the trade a bit, you've developed your technique of riding and you're looking for your next bit bigger bike and want to stay the same, this would make an absolutely superb stepping stone from a 350 to a 650. It's got more than enough shove. We're going down here, well, I haven't even tried, I'm in 5th gear, I'm doing 50 mile an hour. Sweet as a nut, it's beautiful, lovely, can't fault it. Drop it into 6th, tip it at the bend, very tractable, fairly torquey. As I said, I've just recently taken the Rebel out. Now, the engine in the Rebel is, oh, it's a stonker. It's a retuned Africa Twin engine. But to be honest, this is so much more comfortable for a big bloke. It's hard to quantify. I love the engine in the Rebel, but there's something about this old air-cooled engine. It's got bags of character. Here we go, up to the lights. They're going to stay on green. Bags and bags of character. I could ride it anywhere. I'm looking at the pillion seat, and I've got to say, I don't think Linny would like that pillion seat. It's what I call a fanny pad. It's very, very tiny. Anyway, we're approaching the 30. I've got a car sitting in my boot because he wants to do 70. So I'll just drop it down into third gear, 30 mile an hour. There we go. Very easy to ride slow. You can leave it in third gear and plod round the bend. It's not wanting to run away. Fueling's very sweet. I'm just tickling the throttle, just gently tickling the throttle. The development on this is amazing. You know, for it's between 6 and 7 grand for the bike. If you was looking for a nice Sunday afternoon toy and you didn't fancy the expense of a Triumph, because let's face it, these are a couple of grand cheaper than Triumphs. Okay, it's 650cc, but to be honest, with all these 20s and 30s everywhere in towns, this could be the job, you know. Every now and again, there's a bike that you know you're going to like. I knew when I saw this at the show, I just knew, judging by the fit and finish and everything about it, and riding the previous incarnations of this engine, I just knew I would like this bike. And I absolutely love it. As you know, I've got an R9T as my second bike, and that's got loads of character and loads of go. But to be honest, just for a Saturday bimble or a Sunday bimble, out wobbling, this is plenty pokey enough, you know. We'll see what it takes off like in a sec, but first impressions are, I really like it. Even the barrel shaped handlebar grips, it's so retro, so old fashioned, it's great. It's just put the back brake on slightly and steady it down. All clear, round the parked cars. Gearbox snicks in lovely. Very smooth, very sweet, the gearbox. Hardly any pressure needed to change gear. It's got nice big chunky levers on the front. So we're just approaching the 50. Just a gentle squeeze and away we go. Lovely. Up to the junction. Swing it round, we're in second gear. Open it up. I'm not giving it too much rev, just enough to ride the torque and build the speed. Okay, we're doing nationals. We're in fourth doing nationals, into fifth, into sixth. Plenty pokey enough. Okay, if you was out riding with a group and you needed to do a couple of quick overtakes, you'd have to time them a little bit better on something like this, but to be honest with you, dog walk up, well, give them plenty of space. Bit of breakage, quite a bit of travel on the front brake lever, but in general there's plenty of poke. There's that pothole again, avoid it. Picking up in fourth gear, that's nice. Back up to national. Drop a cog. Yeah, this is nice. Front and back brake, yeah. Down to the junction. Indicators fall nicely to the thumb. No need to have a foot down. Slow riding, yeah, slow riding, dead easy. So here we go, down into Travesco. Here we go, down into Travesco. 30 mile an hour. Snick it into third. Just let it under its own momentum. and a little bit of throttle drift up to 30. How good's that? Superb, isn't it? Road's wide enough, thank you. I've got to say it again, the fueling, spot on. No lurch, no snatch whatsoever, spot on. Thank you. Yeah, take a look at them, leave it. They're nice grips, aren't they? Ever so comfortable. Here we go up the old steady 30. I'm just going to start squeezing it into the National. Into fourth. Back into third. Into the bend. Oh yes. Right, so we're doing about 45-50, bang the front on. For a single disc front, that ain't bad. That's quite good. Round the bend again, third gear. There's nothing about, nothing behind, nothing in front. Let's jam the back on. Yeah, the ABS is kicking in. Sorry, I think when those discs and pads have bedded in on the back, that'll be fine. So round the bend, down the hill, steeper than it looks. So we're in third gear, down to 40, 45, nothing about brakes. Yeah, they're not as good as, of course, they're not as good as they are the CMX 1100, the bagger. But it's not as expensive, you know. This is a quality Indian motorcycle, not a quality Japanese one. So there's all that extra development. I don't think Boybury's are ever going to be as good as Nissan's, but that's all right. Down the hill. How about that? Bit of breakage at the bottom. We're doing a nice comfortable 50 odd. Just check the bridge is clear. We're all clear. Here we go. You never know, we might even get an overtake. Well, we're up to Nationals, not a problem, Nationals. Car in front's doing about 58, so we're not going to get an overtaking unless he slows down a bit. It's not a problem. Holding a lovely line. We're all clear. Absolutely no problem at all up to 60. We're doing about 62 as it happens to get past him. That ain't a problem, is it? Holding a steady 60 in the National. Little bit counter steer, in she goes. Yeah, this is a cracking bike. Rear suspension's a little bit on the firm side. You can feel the jolt through some of the bumps, but not bad. The pads on this, on the front, are so superior to the ones on the Himalaya and the Scram. That's good. Back up to 50. So we're approaching the big island. We're going to do a third gear roll on down the hill and back. Here we are. Just holding steady 30. Move out a lane. Accelerate. Okay. Yeah, pull 70 in fourth gear. Absolutely no problem at all. We're holding a steady 70 down the hill. I'm pretty impressed. It's good. How about that? I'm getting a lot of wind noise, so I hope you can hear me. But I'm not getting no buffeting or bouncing or bashing a bit on the helmet. That's good. Let's just move over a lane. We're all clear, nothing about. Throttle off and just let it slow down under its own momentum. That's good. Fourth. Indicating around the island. We're going to go all the way around and come back up to the side. I'll probably drop it into second, yep. No self-cancelling No self-cancelling like that on this. It's pretty good. Thank you, sir. So we're second gear up the hill. It's a steep hill, this is. You don't look it on the camera, but it's a steep hill. The same again, no thrashing, just enough rev to use its torque. So there we go, 5th gear, 70 mile an hour, absolutely no problem at all. I'm going to throttle off and drop in behind this white car because I know we've got enough power. Just have a quick chat with you. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my review of the 650 Meteor, Super Meteor. Let's get it right, Super Meteor. I like it. I could have one of these in the stable, no problem at all. Anyway, if you have enjoyed the review, click on the like, subscribe, ring the bell, ask me a question. You know, I'm always willing to answer questions. So we're nearly back at Damerells. I'd like to thank Mark at Damerells for lending me the bike. They've been good to me with bikes, Damerells. When there was none about, they've nearly always got something to ride. So if you're looking for an Enfield, in fact if you're looking for this Enfield, come down to Damerells at Indian Queens and give it a ride. Have a word with Simon, he'll do you the deal. Anyway, we're back. This is the Lofty Biker saying ta-ra for now. Ta-ra.